Hello and welcome to the Vasily Aramel channel. My name is Michael and today we continue our Europa Universalis 4 campaign in the 1356 modification. We are doing pretty well. We made Armenia thick, very thick, and well, we also took some lands from Hungarians and Bosnians. Or was it just Bosnians? It was just Bosnians as far as I recall. And yeah, I also made Croatia independent. I hoped I will be able to fossilize them, but unfortunately they're just way too big and they're also part of the empire, you see. And that prevents me from doing anything. So I would simply have to conquer them too. As sad as it sounds. But we shall do it. And there's no problem with that. Well, apart from the truces. And the particular truce with them will expire in May 1574, which is not that cool actually. Also, remember to like, share and subscribe. That really helps with the channel, with its growth. I also have to tell you that in the last month I probably got more subscribers than in the last half a year, or maybe even in the last year. So it's actually going pretty well, I have to tell you that. So yeah. Anyway, if we take a look at our whole coalition situation, it's not that great, neither in the west nor in the east. In the east there are these Mameluke guys who are pissed off by our expansion, and also Tunisians, and the problem is wherever we try to go, wherever we try to expand, that would inevitably lead to a coalition, sadly. But, well, there's nothing we can do about it, I guess. There is one thing that we can do actually, and that is we can try to declare war on Spain and take the Balearic Islands and also Sardinia. Sadly, at some point we would have to go to war with Genoa, because I really need Corsica for the mission. There is this certain mission called Recover Western Islands, and it requires you to take all of these provinces, all of them, every single one. And sadly that would lead us to war with the Genoans, and they are our allies. Also we have 5.57 war exhaustion apparently, even though I wouldn't say that the last war was particularly difficult, but anyway, well, we have the claims for these territories, so taking the territories themselves wouldn't be too much of a problem, but well, first I think we should get rid of the war exhaustion, and also we should core the provinces, Split and Zadar. Also, you cannot only from your territories, not states. Oh, it was a state already because we caught Ragusa, yeah. But, well, we shouldn't take anything from here because... No, Austria, you can love yourself. Because we actually gonna accept Dalmatians as a culture. I would even do it right now. There we go. And now they are an accepted culture in our empire. Isn't it beautiful? Now, we will be able to exploit it in just in a couple of months, basically. And then we will convert it to Greek culture. Also talking about conversions. This one. Let's convert it right now. It will be too late, or rather, it will take too long to wait for this to be converted. Or rather, exploit it to 10 and then convert it. I mean, for me, like 10 development is usually the point to which I'm trying to de-develop or to exploit the development so that it would be at least comparatively cheap to convert culturally, but sometimes it's just not worth the wait. Yep, so what's the situation here? Well, here we actually can wait for a couple of years to de-develop it, to get some of this sweet development out of here, but we can also convert this province, Girgenti. Let's do it, and also Trapani. Now we don't have enough diplomatic power, sadly. But also Malta. Greek, it will soon go away. So yeah. Now we can do this. So how we are doing in terms of coalitions. France is pissed off. Spain is pissed off. Everyone around us pissed off, basically. Should we ally France? We can. But do we have a... Yeah, we do have a free slot, so let's ally France. And Croatia we will have to, sadly we would have to attack them because they wouldn't want to become our ally. Well, they would like to become our ally, they wouldn't become our vassal. Because of this negative modifier of -75, Croatia is a member of the empire. Oh, great, that was a pretty good alliance actually, now we can do this. Very nice of you, France. And it's like number 1 allied number 2. Now we can conquer the world together. And then attack each other. Also, let's build some stuff. I mean, we have so much money that we can build whatever the hell we want. Let's build manufactories. Yeah. That would be quite a lot of manufacturers actually. And that's good. More money to make more money. Money for money. Let's increase the size of our transport flotilla as well. And let's upgrade our ships. Cavalry compatibility. Our horsemen have the skill and ability to be the ultimate arm of decision, just as they had in the times of Alexander the Great. These days our companions are the cream of the army and are always ready to go on attack. They are reveling in the attention they get and take pride in their importance. Charge! So yeah, there's also Ragusan separatists and Dalmatian separatists, and it's actually pretty bad in terms of separatism. Isakios Vatatsis. And now we can de-develop Nikopol, some money. Ah, we cannot do it because we are building manufacturing. Huh. Well, I guess that thing would have to wait. That thing about conversion. Now, I think we should accept Neapolitan as a culture in our empire. And yeah, Neapolitan. There we go. And then we will convert this one to Neapolitan. There we go. At some point we will also convert the Tunisians to Greek culture. Let's convert Zadar. Commedia dell'arte performances. Here yeah, let loose Pantalone, Harlequin and all the other stock characters of the traditional Commedia dell'arte on your unsuspecting population and watch as they are entertained by the antics and the shenanigans. A good piece of comedy can make anyone forget. A good piece of comedy can make anyone forget for a while that their everyday lives are wasted away laboring under the yokes of tyrannical rulers. Plus, it is fun. Make it happen. So a bit of that and lots of money. Pointless destruction indeed. Tunis, you will suffer for this, I can assure you. Oh. Sadly our emperor died. He was an emperor consort, it seems. Oh well, that's not a big deal, I guess. Rebel uprising, Dalmatian separatist in Zadar. I guess I should send this army here. Also, talking about army, I noticed in the last war that the enemy formations were a lot bigger than mine, so I think we can increase the size of our army to 30,000. So basically we can create a new template. Where's this? Yes, land units, create template, let's call it like modern army, or we can call it like 16th century army, whatever. Now let's put it at 20,000 or other, I don't know. We had 12, 44, like 12, 4, 4. Let's put it at 6 and 6 and okay, that way. I mean, we should make a bit smaller size of that at cavalry. Yeah, that would do. So now let us confirm everyone to the... Why can't we? This province is not of one of our cores. Oh, I see. Anyway, let's send them to Macedonia then. We shall make these guys more bigger, larger. There you go. Then we make you also bigger. Yes, Ragusa is converted, or rather is made core. And now we shall convert them to the proper version of Christianity, which is Orthodoxy, of course. Now, well, they are still pissed off, nothing we can do about that. Damn boy, he's thick! Okay, so it's 30,000, it's 30,000 now. Let's send... Okay, what is here? Well, let's actually get some admin power. Let's send these guys to Split. And these guys to Macedonia. Let's increase the size of this army. Let's confirm them to the template. Yes, Ragusa is converted. Do we have any edicts in there? Yes, we have one in here, which is infers religious unity, which is we don't need anymore. Borders are porous and ever porous. I never seen this word before, actually. I mean, except in this event, but I never never bothered to read it. But anyway, porous, is it porous or porous, whatever. And ever-changing, shifting with the fortunes of the latest conqueror passing by. Historians will perhaps blame us for the events that have transpired recently in Kuban. As Kuban continued to flourish under the benevolent rule of White Horde. Yeah, that's sound a bit of oxymoron. The yokels on the other side of the border were bound to get jealous, they may say. Or perhaps they will favor us and declare our protest at the White Horde occupation of the province to be well-founded. Either way, tensions in the Kuban have given us a claim to the province. Splendid. It's not like I need this claim. Or like maybe I need. I don't know. I don't need. So yes, now if we take a look at the army size, our army is the thickest in the world, which is good. Good and only proper. Let's build caravels as well. So the revolt of Dalmatians happened. Exactly what I expected. They're crushed easily. Then we go to Ragusa. Then we shall check out the coalition map mode. How is it going? So Syria is going to be at 0 in the last after a year, and Mamluks will be pissed off no matter what. Spain is gonna get to 0, I hope, after the end of this year. Same with, well, France wouldn't, but I mean, most of Europe is pissed off. Slightly. Well, yeah, I think what we should do is to attack Spain. Like a great war with Spain. That would be cool. And only proper. Okay, let's wait for our caravels and then we attack Spain. The problem with Spain is that I'm afraid their fleet is actually bigger than mine. But let's see. If we take a look, yeah, as I said, their fleet is bigger and they have more heavy ships and light ships. The only thing I have more than they, it's galleys. And that's actually a good thing because galleys have the, god damn it, the union of Ioannis the Ninth and Theodora. We have got blah blah blah. Okay, so our queen died and now this guy is the emperor. Ioannis, well advised. Okay. So we converted Vidin to our culture, also Nikopol. I should have done, okay, I wasn't able to due to the manufactory being built. Sad. Okay, now we can do this. Let's get some manpower. And let's convert these guys to Greek. Let's get some sailors from here. Damn, this would be expensive to convert. Especially these two provinces. So the fleet is ready. Our golden era ended sadly. Anyway. So Is there the rebellion of Ragusans? No. So let's send these guys to Dyrrhachium. Let's send them to Trapani. And from there we should be able to get to Cagliari. What's that? Oh, manufacturing in Trapani. Am I building one in here? No, I'm not. Oh well. As sad as it is, I just forgot about it completely, and well, the estates will be pissed off, but who cares? What's this? It's Kabir. Just one province minor, interestingly. So, well, that's gonna be a tough one. I never tried to get into war with such a big country as Spain before. Also, I would put it at war with Papal State, Venice, and some Guanchi stuff, but I don't care about those. And I don't care about Venice either. We can actually vassalize Venice if possible, can we? Ooh, well, no, not worth it. There's just too many of additional boys. But when it comes to the Papal States, we can try to take Rome and Perugia from Rome, Perugia, and Ravenna. Even though that would make a lot of people very pissed off. I can tell you that. Well, if we call these guys, who would join? Again, a lot of people would join, so not the best idea of all. Anyway, let's go. What we want to take? We want to take Cagliari. There we go. And you go to Cagliari like this. Well, this army we can actually send... No, we cannot. The Hungarians wouldn't allow us. And these guys, I completely forgot about them. Go to Achaia and hide. Okay, you are doing it correctly. You're also doing it correctly. Great. Can we get there now? No. Hungarians wouldn't give us the military access. They wouldn't allow us to pass through. Okay. Now let's take this. Ooh. Well, it's not actually that big of a fleet, but anyway. Now let's be careful not to lose any ships. It seems for now we are winning. Yes, victory. Let's send them here to fix the ships a bit. And now we can get another icon. Let's go for this one actually, because we don't want to get too much aggressive expansion. There we go. And there's an idea. Facilities. Ooh, that actually might help us with the Croatians. We shall see. We shall see how it goes. But first we deal with these guys. How's it going? Don't they have any armies? Okay, now they actually give us military access. Roma going to fall to the Romans, imagine that. Also, since I am currently trying to capture what is called Sardinia, I'll tell you an interesting fact from the history of Sardinia, which I didn't know myself until I read it, obviously. An interesting fact about history of Sardinia is that in the Middle Ages, Sardinia was... Oh goddamn, they attacked my fleet. Oof, I don't want to lose any ships in here. So let's try to run. So Sardinia was ruled by a collection of different rulers, local princes, so to speak, who were called Guidicates, or like Guidicati. And basically one might think, what the hell is that? But interestingly is actually literally judges. And why they were called judges? Because they were literally like remnants of the provincial Roman government left in the province after the Roman Empire actually like lost access to the actual province of Sardinia. It's like it happened during like 10th century, 11th century. Like before that point, they were kinda officially, at least, under the rule of the Roman Empire, under the rule of the Roman Emperor, and they sometimes would receive like representatives from the capital and so on. But at some point, when the empire mostly lost access to the western seas, especially after the loss of Sicily, the guys, these rulers, these judges in the province, they rather became a lot more dependent on like their connections to the Pope rather than to the Emperor, because Pope was closer, and there was like mutual assistance to each other. Like the Quidicates would help Pope and Pope would help them, and like while the Emperor himself was far away and busy, because like I mean they tried to retake Sicily under Basil, and like after that, even like in the mid 11th century, before the Battle of Manzikert, while Empire was still pretty strong, and like they tried but they failed, sadly, and they mostly failed due to the internal civil wars that was plaguing the empire, because there was like the reconquest going on, but then the emperor and the capital changed, and the guy who was reconquering Sicily, he was called off, and so but the guy who was put in his stead wasn't able to finish the job, and so they kind of failed it. And so that way they lost Sicily, then they lost their connection to Sardinia, and the guys who were in charge, who were basically local judges, like local, I don't know, wise, like vicars you would call it, I don't know. They were kind of left without any supervision from the capital, and they kind of became kings, princes in their own right. So if we take Roma, that alone costs 82, and that will give us quite a lot of aggressive expansion. And if after that we also take this, well, that would be just too much. Let's instead release, no, we don't need this, we'll ask them to release Siena. Well, that's a bit too much. Oh. So interestingly, if I ask them to release Siena, they would also take Perugia for some reason. I hope it will also release Perugia. I hope it will. Okay, let's do it this way, yeah. We cannot ask them to release Ancona, but whatever. Well, why wouldn't you? And I literally took all of your lands, like every single province. And, okay, maybe apart from Ravenna. Okay, let's take Ravenna and then we'll ask them to do it. Another thing we should do, we should send our army to Balearic Islands. I mean, the sad thing about every single game that tries to represent the inner workings of the Roman Empire during the Middle Ages is that they simply are unable to represent the internal dynamics properly. And because of that, like, however it is represented, it always makes the empire look a lot stronger than it really was. I mean, like, militarily, empire was really strong. Like, they had money, they had resources to gather a lot of troops and send them somewhere, but the problem was that whoever you give, or rather whomever you give this army, becomes your like rival, and there is always a danger for an emperor that this rival would declare himself emperor and would use this army to usurp the title. So the problem was in the internal dynamics rather than external weakness. Oh, look at this, 77, god damn it, that's a big one. Anyway, why wouldn't you accept this peace treaty? It's like, I won. Just accept it as a fact. Okay, let's actually send our fleet to Dyrrhachium and let's build a couple of like one transport ship and a couple of galleys and a caravel. Like everything that we lost basically in the previous battle. Now there is a technology that we can take, the administrative one. I would rather invest in something. Let's invest in Adrianopolis. Yeah, and it seems like the game is just going a bit slow currently, because it seems the League war in the HRE started, so whenever that happens, game just starts freezing. Even though I have like pretty beefy PC that can like run almost every single modern game on like ultra settings. But when it comes to this one, it's just too much to handle. So, Roma, Papal State, how about now? Would you accept it now? Not quite yet. Yep, so the agenda failed. Come on, take this Ferrara city faster. Yes, finally. And now when it comes to you, would you accept the peace treaty now? Not really. Let's go to Roma and try to take them out of there. Okay, now they would accept, I'm pretty sure. Yes. Give me all the money that you are willing to give. So yeah, great. These boys are dealt with. Now let's send this army to... I don't know, who are we at war with? Venice. Let's send this army. Okay, we can't send it right away to Venice. We would have to wait until we get the ships. And let's see, in Europe it's just Venice now. Okay, it's +5, let's invest in Athens, for example. ships will be ready in a couple of months. We converted Girgenti. And why wouldn't you send the ships here? It's not like they're going to attack us anyway. Let's go there. And we lost a ship right away, sadly. So the Venetians are willing to renounce their claims on Split. No, that's just not good enough. Also, is there a fort on Balearic Islands? No, not really. So I might be able to take it without actually having to occupy. Also, Croatia is no, they are not at war, but they are in a coalition against Venice. Whoa. Venice somehow managed to piss off a lot of people. Even though they control just 3 provinces, imagine that. Damn boy, these Armenians, they got an army that is pretty thick as well. So Venezia is taken. Now let's see if we can take it without actually occupying. These, and also these. Yeah, well, that would be all that I need. Yep, thank you. I don't need anything else. Byzantine Italy, Guardia Corsa. Now let's take this army out to our southern Italian positions. Let's send this fleet to Dyrrhachium yet again. And let's core all of these provinces. Cool. So now we mostly control all of the Mediterranean islands apart from Corsica. And well, sadly, that would mean that we at some point have to declare war on the Genoans. I think we will do it at some point, and we take Corsica, we will vassalize Genoans, and we will ask them to release Montferrat. And when it comes to Croatia, how it looks now, well, now there is actually a chance to make them our ally if we vassalize them, though. I mean, friendly attitude, if we get this kind of advisor. How it looks now, it's 21. If we put trust at 10, that would be 11. Oof, that's still not enough. I mean, that still wouldn't be enough. Huh. Even despite that thing. I mean, the best shot that we can get is like if, say, Hungary attacks them and takes most of their territories, and then there might be a slight chance that we can vassalize them, but otherwise just not gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Well, as sad as it is, nothing I can do. But well, I hope that was a good episode. We got some new clay for the empire, and Justinian's dream is on its way to be fulfilled. And well, I think I'll finish the episode here. So if you enjoyed it, please by all means like, share, subscribe, and blah blah blah. And I'll see you in the next one, my friends. Goodbye.